of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Zwicker?
Here.
Mr. Taylor?
Here.
Mr. Corman?
Here.
Ms. Palmer?
Here.
Mr. Person?
Here.
Mr. Prince?
Here.
Ms. Breyer?
Here.
Roll call, Mr. Mayor, all present.
Thank you. First item on the agenda is a proclamation.
Proclamation, National Public Works Week. Whereas public works services provided for our community are an integral part of our citizens' everyday lives, and whereas the support of an understanding and informed citizenry is vital to the efficient operation of public works systems and programs such as water, sewers, roadways, public buildings, and waste collection, and whereas the health, safety, and comfort of the community greatly depends on these facilities and services, and whereas the quality and effectiveness of these facilities and programs, as well as their planning, design, and construction, are dependent upon the efforts and skill of public works officials, and whereas the efficiency of the qualified and dedicated personnel who staff public works departments is materially influenced by the people's attitude and understanding of the importance of the work they perform. Now, therefore, I, Dennis Law, Mayor of the City of Renton, do hereby proclaim May 20th through 26th, 2012, to be National Public Works Week in the City of Renton, and I encourage all citizens to recognize the contributions public works officials make every day to our health, safety, comfort, and quality of life. In witness whereof, I've hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Renton to be affixed this 21st day of May, 2012. Signed, Dennis Law, Mayor of the City of Renton.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Taylor.
I move that this proclamation be adopted as read.
Second.
It's been moved by Mr. Taylor, seconded by Mr. Corman, that this proclamation be adopted as read. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? The ayes have it. It's my pleasure to present this to our Public Works Administrator, Greg Zimmerman. Now, this proclamation is in our appreciation for all the great work you do, but there's no special privileges.
Mr. Mayor, you should talk about how long he's been doing this work, too. He's been here for a long time.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thanks a lot. Sure.
I'm going to get a photograph, Mr. Mayor, since I'm here with mine. I'm going to try to, so. Maybe with the proclamation, please.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully.
Let's see, yes.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Members of the council, I'm Greg Zimmerman, Renton's Public Works Administrator. Have been doing it for quite a few years. I should say a few things about what the Public Works Department does. The Public Works Department is responsible for construction and maintenance of the city streets and traffic signals, managing the Renton Municipal Airport, and managing the city's potable water, wastewater, surface water, utilities, as well as the solid waste contract, and maintaining the city's vehicle fleet. Our goal in the Public Works Department is to provide high-quality utility service, provide the best possible level of service in our transportation routes and the condition of pavement of our streets, and also respond quickly to the needs and requests of our citizens and businesses when issues do come up. Speaking for all of us in the department, we feel privileged to serve the residents and the businesses of the City of Renton. Mr. Mayor, thank you for the recognition of National Public Works Week.
Thank you, Greg.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, Mr. Corman.
Yeah, I would like to say, I don't know how long Mr. Zimmerman's been doing this job. It seems like almost the whole time I've been on council, if not the whole time.
Which has been how long?
Which has been 18 years, or have you been in that position for that long?
Back in the days when my memory was sharper, I could probably, no, actually, I've held this position for about 14 years, but I've been with the city for 21 years because I had two other positions before this one.
And I just wanted to make the point, you know, I think he is one of our unsung heroes in this city. That that department's been doing such great work for so long, and I think Greg has just managed it beautifully this whole time. And it's you know, I've seen so many different issues come and go in the city, and so many times that council struggle through things, but it just seems like Public Works just keeps plugging away, and it's always a pleasure. I look forward to every time we get a chance to work with Greg, you and your department, so thank you for continuing.
Thank you very much for the vote of confidence. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
I may have misspoke. There might be some privileges coming on. Thanks, Greg.
I just want to just hang on to him for another 20 years. So.
Okay, thank you. Next, administrative report, Mr. Covington.
I have no report tonight, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. We're moving on to audience comment. We have a special group of people here from Cascade Elementary, or excuse me, Benson Hill Elementary School. And Aaron Morin's going to introduce some students.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and council members. I'd like to thank you on behalf of Benson Hill Elementary in the Renton School District for inviting us to come and share this evening with you and see how our city government works. I am the advisor of our student council at Benson Hill, and part of my duties is to lead our student council meetings and encourage them to participate in leadership opportunities and seek out ways that they can be leaders in our community. And I'd like to introduce the students now. I have Miss Bethany Casa, Kevin Long, Sierra Edwards, Carson Anderson, Jacob Apanoa, and Cassidy Thorpe, who are here this evening. They've had a lovely tour of the building and have met each and every one of you, so thank you for giving us your time. We have a few students who would like to share with you what leadership means to them. Let's start with Bethany. Go ahead, Bethany. Come on.
It is my pleasure to meet the Mayor of Renton, Mayor Dennis Law, and all of my Renton City community members. We are happy and safe to grow up in a community who cares about kids and schools. My name is Bethany Casa. I go to Benson Hill Elementary School, and I am a member of Benson Hill Student Council. On behalf of Benson Hill, to appreciate the city of Renton, we're a place we can grow up and learn in a safe, caring environment. A good leader is someone who not only cares about themselves, but someone who cares about others. A good leader is someone who cares about schools and fellow students. As students, we work hard and study, become a good community member and citizen, do good things and show good behavior for our family, our school, community, and our country. Because we kids are the future of our community and our country. Thank you.
Thank you, Bethany. That was excellent.
Hi, my name is Carson Anderson, and I am 11 years old and a 5th grader in Miss Sizemore's class at Benson Hill Elementary. This year, I was elected to student council at my school. To me, a leader is someone that is in charge of making improvements. A leader should be kind, respectful, and must work well with others. A leader needs to be loyal, responsible, and open to all ideas. A leader makes decisions that affect everyone, because it is everyone that a leader represents. Thank you.
Thank you, Carson.
Yeah.
Good job.
Hello, today I'll be talking about what leadership means. Leadership is not a right, but a privilege. Leadership means having the strength and vision to improve the world by doing many things like cleaning the city. A true leader will always let others shine instead of himself. Leadership is about having the courage to dream big, courage to dream something unthinkable, and not be afraid of people who judge him. A leader does not overuse their power, but to use the power for good. Leadership means inspiring people to achieve and produce far above what they thought was possible. This is what true leadership means.
Good job.
Thank you. Very good job.
Once again, Mr. Mayor and council members, thank you so much for giving us your time this evening and allowing our students this wonderful experience and opportunity to see how our city government works.
Thank you, Aaron. I think we're going to try and take a quick photo.
I was going to say, if you, Mr. Mayor and council members, if you don't mind just stepping down and we could have a photo with you. Down.
You want to sit up here? Or why don't we stand up here?
Or, yeah.
We know this.
We're getting good at this drill.
Yeah. We got this one down.
Yeah.
We know the drill.
Great job, guys.
Very eloquent speaker.
Come closer. If you want to come closer.
Yeah.
More. Smile. Thank you.
No, nice job. Nice job. Yeah.
Good looking bunch of kids, huh? Nice looking bunch of kids, huh? Our future looks great.
Exactly. It's good to have people remind us what leadership is once in a while.
Yes.
I think Bethany summed it up by saying that that's the future of our community, and that clearly is. We're in good hands. So,
Yes.
thank you for coming out. Thanks, Greg, for arranging this.
Thank you. You're welcome.
So, we'll move on to the consent agenda. We have 4 items for council consideration. Are there any items a council member would like pulled for discussion?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Zwicker.
hearing none, I move the council concur in the consent agenda.
Second.
It's been moved by Mr. Zwicker, seconded by Mr. Corman, that council concur with the consent agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Moving on to unfinished business, Mr. Zwicker.
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, Mr. Taylor?
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Corman?
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, Ms. Palmer?
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Person?
At least the Public Safety Committee did some work today.
Okay.
We have one committee report.
Public Safety Committee Report, Ordinance Amending Chapter 610-1. The Public Safety Committee recommends concurrence in the staff recommendation to amend Renton Municipal Code 6-10-1. Specifically, a recent Washington State Supreme Court decision, Auburn versus Gaunt, rejected the claim that the state legislature impliedly granted municipalities authority to prosecute violations of the RCW and the Washington Administrative Code. As a result, the amended ordinance expands the revised Code of Washington chapters, sections, and subsections, the Model Traffic Ordinance, and the Washington Administrative Code sections as they relate to criminal prosecutions upon which it may base a criminal prosecution. The committee further recommends that the ordinance regarding this matter be presented for first reading. This is signed by the 3 committee members.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Person?
I would like to just ask a city attorney, is there urgency on this so that we should move it to second and final reading tonight?
We have not encountered any problems so far, and the Gaunt case came down like a week and a half ago, so we're well in advance of any problems arising, I believe. So I don't see an urgency.
Okay. Mr. Mayor, the reason I asked that, this case, for many years, we've adopted ordinances or laws passed by the state as a city ordinance by reference, and all the other cities have done it the same way, and we put language in that original ordinance that said that when the state legislature changed them every year, we just automatically adopted those. And Auburn had the same kind of ordinance, and it got challenged by the state Supreme Court, and they lost that. So now Larry has changed that ordinance to match what the state Supreme Court said it had to read. So with that, I move the ordinance be placed on second and final reading.
You're just going to close out your committee report?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I wanted to go to the ordinance already. I want to speed this meeting up, and I'm slowing it down. Anyway, I move the council concur with the recommendation of the Public Safety Committee.
Second.
It's been moved by Mr. Person, seconded by Ms. Palmer, that council concur with the Public Safety Committee report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Thanks, Mr. Person. Mr. Prince?
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, Ms. Breyer?
Yes, the Finance Committee has 3 reports.
Finance Committee report, approval of claims and payroll vouchers. The Finance Committee approves for payment on May 21st, 2012, claim vouchers 311-815 through 312-225, 5 wire transfers and 1 payroll run with benefit withholding payments totaling $6,708,149, and payroll vouchers include 738 direct deposits and 71 payroll checks totaling $1,564,021.81. This is signed by the 3 committee members.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Ms. Breyer.
I move that council concur with the Finance Committee report.
Second.
It's been moved by Ms. Breyer, seconded by Mr. Taylor, that council concur with the Finance Committee report. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Finance Committee report, ordinance amending Renton Municipal Code 3-4-3. The Finance Committee recommends concurrence in the staff recommendation to approve an amendment to Renton Municipal Code 3-4-3, duties of administrator, to detail and clarify, among other things, the authority of the Administrative Services Administrator to audit and examine financial records and related matters as required. The committee further recommends that the ordinance regarding this matter be presented for first reading. This is signed by the 3 committee members.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Ms.
I
Breyer.
move that council concur with the Finance Committee.
Second.
It's been moved by Ms. Breyer, seconded by Mr. Taylor, that council concur with the Finance Committee report. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Finance Committee report, ordinance adding a new chapter to Renton Municipal Code. The Finance Committee recommends concurrence in the staff recommendation to approve the adoption of Renton Municipal Code Title 5, Chapter 23, to be entitled Examinations, Records Preservation, Successor Liability, and Public Disclosure. Title 5 does not currently provide clear authority for the Administrative Services Administrator to require or conduct examinations, including audits, require that records be preserved for examination, or that successors are liable for taxes. Renton Municipal Code Title 5, Chapter 23 will provide the necessary authority to do so, require or enforce each of the aforementioned things. The committee further recommends that the ordinance regarding this matter be presented for first reading. This is signed by the 3 committee members.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Ms.
I
Breyer.
move that council concur with the Finance Committee report.
Second.
It's been moved by Ms. Breyer, seconded by Mr. Taylor, that council concur with the Finance Committee report. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Okay, moving on to resolutions and ordinances. We have 3 ordinances for first reading.
The first ordinance regards the Administrative Services Administrator duties. An ordinance of the City of Renton, Washington, amending Section 3-4-3 of Chapter 4, Administrative Services Department of City Code, revising the duties of the Administrative Services Administrator relating to recent changes in the department.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Ms. Breyer.
I move that this ordinance be placed on second and final reading at the next council meeting.
Second.
Been moved by Ms. Breyer, seconded by Mr. Zwicker, that this ordinance be placed on second and final reading at the next council meeting. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
The next ordinance for first reading regards the tax-related examination and audit code amendment. An ordinance of the City of Renton, Washington, amending Title 5, Finance and Business Regulations of City Code by adding a new chapter, 23, Examinations, Records Preservation, Successor Liability, and Public Disclosure, clarifying the Administrative Service Administrator's authority to examine and audit records, also adding successor liability and public disclosure.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Ms. Breyer.
I move that council, I move that this ordinance be put on second and final reading at the next council meeting.
Second.
Been moved by Ms. Breyer, seconded by Mr. Zwicker, that this ordinance be placed on second and final reading at the next council meeting. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
And the last ordinance for first reading regards the Criminal Prosecutions Code Amendment. An ordinance of the City of Renton, Washington, amending Section 6-10-1 of Chapter 10, Criminal Code of Title 6, Police Regulations of City Code by adopting by reference state statutes.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Person.
move the ordinance be placed on second and final reading at the next council meeting.
Second?
It's been moved by Mr. Person, seconded by Ms. Palmer, that this ordinance be placed on second and final reading at the next council meeting. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Okay, thank you, Bonnie. Moving on to new business, Mr. Zwicker.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, the council meeting and committee of the whole that would be scheduled for Monday, May 28th is canceled because it's Memorial Day, so it's a holiday. And then the following Monday, June 4th, 2012 at 6 p.m. the Committee of the Whole will be meeting in the conferencing center with one agenda topic is to finalize the 2013-2018 business plan. That is all, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Taylor.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I do not have any new business, but I did want to take this opportunity to ask Ms. Marin if she can wait, because we're going to be wrapping up here, it looks like pretty shortly here, and I'd like to have one final meeting with you before you go. Thank you. That is all, Mr. Mayor.
Thanks, Mr. Taylor. Mr. Corman.
Just one announcement, Mr. Mayor, that the Transportation Committee meeting that we might have held on May 24th has been canceled.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Palmer?
No new business, Mr. Mayor.
Hey, Mr. Person?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, the Public Safety Committee for June 4th has been canceled.
Okay, Mr. Prince?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. The Planning and Development Committee meeting this Thursday, May 24th at 3 p.m. at the council conference room, and we'll be discussing Title IV, Docket 8.
Okay.
That's all, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Ms. Breyer?
Yes, I have a question before I make my announcements. I see that we have Finance Committee scheduled for June 4th at 4 p.m., followed by Committee of the Whole at 6, and I can't imagine the Finance Committee is...
5?
Huh?
5 o'clock will probably give you more than enough time.
Yes, that's what I was going to suggest. So I'd like to announce then that the Finance Committee will meet on June 4th at 5 p.m. We have 3 items: vouchers, golf course concessionaire contract, emerging issues, and revenue streams. And that'll be held in the council conference room. Okay. That's all I have.
Thank you. Moving on to audience comment. Is there anybody that would like to address the council?
Move we adjourn.
Wow.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Mr. Zwicker, seconded by Mr. Prince that we adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.